Delighted to be joined by Pico Lopes once again to get a report in from AFCON and the Ivory Coast. Pico, how are you this evening?
I am very hot today, very tired to be honest with you. I probably can, I don't know if it's coming across in the video, but I'm still sweating after the training session there today.
We could talk a little bit of weather actually. I definitely wanted to ask about that because it's AFCON 2023, but it's in 2024. I think they moved it because of weather scenarios. But before we talk about the great results and performance against Ghana in your opening game of the weekend, I actually just wanted to talk to you about the setup that you have. I know all the games are in the same stadium. You're staying in Abidjan, which is the
Yeah,
economic capital of Ivory Coast. Kind of what's the setup in the hotel, and what's your kind of training setup like with Cape Verde this time around?
yeah, it's brilliant. I have to say the hotel is first class now. Since we arrived, the people have been so welcoming, and they can't do enough for us in terms of anything we need extra. Just need to ask. The food has been top of the range. Our chef Lemay, who's come in this sort of campaign, if you want to say that, has made sure everything is up to scratch. The food has been amazing. The Wi-Fi isn't too bad, as you can tell, and yeah, the rooms and all that are spot on. They're spotless.
That's great to hear because you're in camp for quite a long time. I know you're used to maybe the away trips to Shamrock Rovers, but they're kind of short. This is quite a long length of time, so it's great to hear that the setup, everything you guys are looking for, you have, which is brilliant.
Yeah, definitely. It's important to be comfortable, and it makes you relax more in your surroundings, and that makes you get to perform the best. Like, and the facilities we have as well, which are, I think, they're now more than 5 minutes away from the hotel, are really good training pitch. There was a massive downpour yesterday, lasted about 30 minutes, and the pitch was still fairly solid afterwards. Like, and the drainage on it was amazing.
That's great to hear. And then, so reflecting on the game of the weekend, it was really good performance and obviously a really great result against Ghana in your opening game. It really all you could have wished for an opening game.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I think it was always important, and we looked at our first game as trying to target 3 points. Although it would be difficult coming up against a tough game, but 3 points goes a long way in getting out of the groups, and the earlier you can get that on, the earlier you can get the 3 points, the better. Like, so, yeah, it was something that we targeted. It was a tough game. We probably made some mistakes at times, but another times we played some really nice stuff and created the opportunities, and we took our goals in the end, and yeah, we're delighted with the victory.
Yeah, it was great to get the opening goal from Montero. Kind of set you guys up in the first half. Thought it was a excellently taken goal.
Yeah, definitely. You see, we have really dangerous wingers and attacking players. Like you see in Giovanni in the build-up, he gets a great shot off, and Jamiro's just has that like ability to drift off people and gets himself free in the box and follows it up and executes the finish excellently.
Sure, you were probably a bit disappointed to concede a goal from a set piece early enough in the second half.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I suppose, like, we probably got a bit of luck in the first half. A few decisions went our way as well. The second half, we just tried to keep it tight, and I think we started off okay for the first 5 minutes, and then yeah, the conceded from a corner was pretty bad because we were normally strong from corners. I just think it was a lapse of concentration, which the heat played a huge factor in. Yeah, totally energy sapped all the time, like, and yeah, I think concentration levels just dipped at that moment, unfortunately.
And you have VAR for this, so there was a Ghana goal ruled out. There was a bit of a shout for a handball late in the game as well. You have had experience of playing in VAR with Shamrock Rovers during the year. I know there was a VAR penalty that Shamrock Rovers got in the Iceland game, but what did you make of those decisions? Are you kind of just waiting and looking? Some of the other players that are on your team are probably playing in leagues that have VAR maybe more often.
Yeah, it was something that was at the last AFCON as well, and it was something that I welcomed because you don't have to lose the head as much at the referees and the officials. You know, if the decision has gone against you, like, and it's clear and obvious, the VAR will intervene. Like, and I had a feeling for the goal, the first one. I thought they were going to rule it out for a handball, and it's only afterwards when I watched the game back, I noticed there was a man in an offside position, which DOAF I thought should have been ruled out, which is correct. We had a meeting as well, like, on the first day with referees, saying about handballs given against people in the penalty area. So it has to be like a really obvious one as well, which I think the ones that went for us, I suppose you want to say, decision went forward was correct as well. Like,
And you built pressure up in that second half. There was a fair few chances. Ghana, a goalkeeper called into effect, but nothing like an injury time winner to win the match.
Yeah, this is it. Like I think yeah, we were a bit deflated when we conceded the goal, but we stuck at it and we carved out a few chances, as you say. Look, it was really tough as the half went on, just with the heat in the stadium. Like it just didn't let up at all. But thankfully the substitutions came off the bench and they had a real impact. Gilson Tavares put himself about uh, really well when he came on. And if he didn't score the goal, we would definitely had a penalty. So yeah, it was definitely to take that chance in the end. And the celebrations after that were just amazing.
They went over the advertising hoardings, up the steps, nearly into the crowd. How far did you get? Did you get involved?
I made it to the side of the pitch and I found a bottle of water and I said, right, I'll just get as much of this into me as I can while I have the opportunity. I didn't have the energy to go up the stairs with the lads and I was trying to drag them back on the pitch as well because the way they're going to organise the time here, they're just going to keep adding on. So the longer you take celebrating, the longer you have to play on and then they're trying to see out a victory. Like so, I was trying to get the oxygen and the water back into me rather than just get carried away with the celebrations.
And what was it like in the dressing room afterwards? I know you're probably prioritizing getting fluids back on board, but I'm sure there was a celebration. I did see video clips and then I think the team coming off the team bus later on as well. But that's why you're competing in this tournament, to have something like that to celebrate after 90 minutes and all that injury time.
Yeah, definitely. There's part of me that doesn't want to get too carried away because it's just the first game. But then there's also like you have to sort of enjoy the night as well. Like it's a huge victory for us, small island nation competing against Ghana to get 3 points over them in one of the biggest stages in the world of football. Like it's incredible. Like so we made sure we enjoyed the moment. There was plenty of Cape Verde fans in the stadium as well. We tried to get around to all of them and give them a bit of time. And then yeah, there was a bit of a party in the dressing room afterwards, and then the welcome party back to the hotel was a real lift as well. And we enjoyed that night as well. But then the next day it was like, yeah, right, make sure we're doing everything right to get ourselves ready for a difficult game against Mozambique on Friday.
Yeah, and you probably have a longer build up for this game than you will for your final game. But earlier on Sunday, the two teams you're going to face over the next week through to all, it required a late Mo Salah goal, I think 97-minute equaliser. So to all, obviously Egypt are a very strong side, and you'll be looking at Mozambique. They came so close to beating Egypt. It'll be a difficult game coming up towards in your next match. But what did you make of that 2-2 draw?
Yeah, it was probably a bit of a shock, but we managed to get a bit of it before the game. Before our game was on in the dressing room, I should say. And I think Mozambique were well worth their draw and probably unlucky not to win the game and take all 3 points. They showed that they'd be very dangerous, especially on the counter attack. They've got some really really fast players who can just break from deep and really get at your back 4 or 5. So yeah, the clips that we did see in leading up to the training. Leading up to the game on Friday, they looked like they can be very dangerous. And there's no easy games, as we know, at this level or in this tournament. So we need to be prepared for a really, really tough game.
Like targeting 3 points like you would in any game, but if you can get 3 points, you're essentially through to the knockout stages after 2 games. That's a great pride to have ahead of you.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think, and that's sort of the motivation there. If we know if we win on Friday, we're through, and that's a huge factor in itself. Like so, it's one that we definitely identified and definitely targeted. We know it's going to be difficult given the game is kicking off at 2 o'clock in the sea. It'll be the same for both teams. So we just need to do what we can to get the job done.
You were saying that dinner is at 8 o'clock. I think that's the same time as the games kicking off this evening. We have the other matches on. Have you been watching some of the other games from around the tournament?
Yeah, we tried to take in every game. At dinner time, we have a projector, so we get able to show the games as well. Like, and the TVs in the room, like, or we're out in the corridors together on the iPads watching the games. Like when we're recovering or stretching. Like so, yeah, any game we can take in, we will. A lot of the guys here have teammates playing for like Ivory Coast, Gambia as well, like, and a few other teams. Like so, yeah, it's great to take an interest and see your friends playing them.
Pico, listen to you, wishing you the very best of luck on Friday afternoon. People will be tuning in at 2 o'clock. The matches are on Sky back here. And wishing you the very best of luck. Hopefully 3 points to see you through to the next phase. So thanks a million for your time this evening.
Brilliant, like that. Thanks very much. See you again.
Super.